Good afternoon. Thank you for coming to the All Levels class. To get started, as always, if you want to find a seated position to do breath work or lay down on your back, whichever is most comfortable, feel free to do that. Just make sure, once again, knees are underneath your hips so the hips can stay nice and relaxed. So you want to sit up on something, feel free to do that. And once you know where you're at, float your eyes shut. And just take a moment, if you're seated, to really feel the sits bones against whatever you're seated on, be that your heels, your block, a mat, a blanket. And try to feel the connection of the sits bones heavy and down into the earth, giving you a nice foundation to allow the upper body, the torso, just to float on top of the pelvis and waistline. The upper body can be at ease, allowing the breath to move very simply up through the spine and releasing back down through the spine. And with each exhale, feel the body softening. Allow the body to release tension. Allow your senses to be aware of the air moving across the skin, the feel of your mat, blankets, the floor, whatever's underneath you right now. Allow the senses to hear your breath moving in the body. Any other sounds around you that you may hear. Once again, just becoming aware of them, not attaching to them. But by allowing those senses to be very open, to allow yourself to be very present in your practice and on your mat right now. Just feel the inhales once again moving up through the spine. The exhales continuing to soften and release. Continue to feel the skin soft in between the eyebrows. Releasing tension out of the forehead. Releasing the tongue off of the roof of your mouth. Dropping the chin down just a little bit to release tension out of the jaw. And just allowing the breath to be an anchor for you. It's something that is just very easily returned to at any time. Then bring your hands together at heart center. And just take a moment to set an intent for your practice. Once again, during these times, just a simple intent of moving your body with your breath, nurturing yourself through your practice today, or of course, sending the energy out to loved ones that need it right now and others in our lives and out in the world. Just take that moment, breathe that intent into the heart center, really letting it settle. Exhale, bow the head, down to the hands. And then very slowly release the hands down. Okay. We're going to go ahead and come up to standing today to do our warm-up. So go ahead and stand I'm gonna go ahead and keep facing you. You can be at the end of your mat or you can turn to the side of your mat. And you're gonna inhale, take your arms up overhead. Grab a hold of the right wrist with the left hand. I'm marrying you. Lift up and take a side stretch over to your left. Just a little crescent over, opening up through the ribs and through the waistline. Just a little gentle pull on the wrist overhead. Nice. And then very slowly, inhale, come back up, switch to the other wrist, exhale, stretch over the other way, take a little crescent, stretch the other way. If you want, you can even kind of let those hips shift over to the side to take it a little deeper if you'd like. Maybe even feeling the stretch down through the back of the shoulders. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Reach those arms up for just a moment. And then rotate to your right, bringing the left arm forward, right arm behind you. Go ahead and allow your pelvis to move. And inhale, lift all the way back up. Exhale, rotate the other way. Just get some nice, easy movement within the spine. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, rotate the other way. Inhale, lift all the way back up. Exhale, rotate. And we'll do that one more time to the right and left. And inhale, so reaching up. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, rotate the other way. Inhale, reach the arms back up. And then exhale, bring your hands back down to your sides. Bending your left knee, just allow yourself to circle the ankle around a little bit. Maybe taking the ankle out to the side first. Good. And then reverse the circle of the ankle coming back in. So just kind of making it through the different joints of the body. Gives you a bit a little restricted in movement. A little love to those ankles. Good, and then put that foot down, switch to the other side, and circle that ankle out. Good. It's nice and loose and easy. Good, and then reverse the circle of the ankle, rolling it in towards the standing leg. Good. Do that 2 more times. Good, put both feet down. Move your feet about a little more than hip width apart. Bring your hands onto your thighs and bend your knees. So just a little standing cat and cow. So inhale, lift your sternum up, arching through the back, and exhale, round the back up to the ceiling. And inhale, extend and lift. Exhale, arch back up. Inhale, extending the spine. Exhale, rounding up through the spine. And then inhale, stretching forward. Exhale, rounding up. Inhale, reaching forward. Exhale, rounding up. And one more time, inhale, extend. Exhale, and round. Good. Go ahead, roll yourself back up. You can leave the feet spread apart. Take the left arm across the body. Just take a nice stretch through the outside of the arm. Try to relax your shoulders down your back still. Then take this arm up overhead, bend your elbow, reach in between the shoulder blades with the hand, and then just gently pull the elbow in and up a little bit to give a stretch now to the tricep area of the arm. Gonna take 2 more breaths here. Deep breath in. And exhaling out. One more deep breath in. And exhaling out. Good. Lower that arm down. Take the right arm across. Take a stretch to the outside. Once again, drop your shoulders down your back. Maybe even lower that arm down just a little bit if you're having problems getting the shoulders down your back. Good. And then bend the elbow. Reach the hand in between the shoulder blades. Gently pull that elbow in. Take 3 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale out. Another deep breath in. Exhaling out. And one more deep breath in. And exhaling out. Good. Slowly release that hand down. Move your feet back underneath your hips a little bit more, coming into a Tadasana. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. So just taking a few sun breaths. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hands together at heart center. Inhale, taking the arms up. Exhale, hands together at heart center. And one more. Inhale, taking the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. Good. If you happen to be in the middle of your mat, go ahead, take a step to the end of your mat. I'm going to go ahead and take a moment and place a blanket across the middle of my mat for my knee. So if you need to take a moment and put any type of cushioning in the middle of your mat, if you're on a hard floor, take a moment to put a blanket down. Once you have it done, come to the end of your mat, feet underneath you. Bring your hands together at heart center. And take a moment in your mountain pose. Press down through the feet into the earth. Draw the shins in towards one another. Feel your legs pulling up into your pelvis. Feel just a little bit of engagement in your lower core muscles. Allow the pelvis just to drop and be heavy down to the earth. Once again, feeling that foundation underneath you to allow the spine to lift and lengthen up on top of the pelvis and legs. Collarbones are melting open in the front. Shoulders relaxing down the back. Head is floating on top of the shoulders with the ears over the shoulders. So that maybe you need to pull the chin in just a little bit so the chin isn't jutted forward. So that nice natural curve in your cervical spine there in your neck. And then think about lifting the roof of your mouth up towards the sky. Just give it a little length through that cervical spine. Good. Keep pressing down through your feet as you inhale. Take the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold over your legs, maybe softening those knees a little bit. Let's just take a few moments and just dangle in a forward fold. If you'd like to grab opposite elbows and allow yourself to sway back and forth if you'd like. Just take a moment and let the low back have an opportunity to open and stretch. We'll have some time at the end of class to work a little bit more in the back of the legs. If you don't want to sway, just allow the arms to dangle down towards the earth. And also make sure that you're allowing the top of the head to dangle down too. So maybe shake the head yes, shake the head no, to release any tension you may be holding. If you can, just allow that chin to drop down towards the chest without pulling it hard into the chest. And take 2 more breaths here, inhaling and exhaling out. And take another deep breath in and exhaling out. Good. From here, you're going to step the right foot back and bring your right knee down to your mat. Just keep your hands on your mat. Toes behind you can be tucked or untucked, either one. And take 4 breaths here. Breath in and exhaling out. And deep breath in and exhaling out. And deep breath in. Letting that breath out. 3. One more deep breath in and letting the breath out on 4. And from here, coming up into down dog, place the hands down, tuck your back toes, lift the hips up and back in a down dog. It's our first down dog, so feel free to walk that dog out. Allow your hips to sway side to side if you'd like. Once again, maybe keeping those knees a little soft to find that length in the spine. Taking a moment to connect back to your breath again. And then once you've found your movement, begin to allow yourself to find some stillness. As you're in your down dog, bring awareness into the palms of the hand. Once again, think about pressing your forearms forward a little bit and see if you can move some of the weight bearing into the bottom of the finger, so down into the pads of the fingers, so higher up in the palm instead of just in the base of the palm. Take 2 more breaths here, inhaling and exhaling out. And another deep breath in and exhaling out. Good. Coming into our low lunge on the other side, you can either bring your knees down to your mat to step the right foot forward, or inhale, lift your right leg up behind you. Step your foot in between your hands, gently bring your left knee down to your mat. This time, bring your hands up onto your front thigh. Taking a deep breath in and exhaling out. And another deep breath in and exhaling out. You're going to put the left hand down onto your mat. You're going to bend your left knee, reach with your right hand, turn to your right, and grab a hold of the back foot. If grabbing the foot is not accessible, you can always use a strap around the foot instead to pull the foot in if you need that. Or you can keep a hold of the top of the foot. Let's get a little bit deeper into the thigh, stretching out. Once again, especially in this restricted movement that we have at home, really important to get those thighs nice and open. And take 2 more breaths here, inhale and exhaling out. 1 more deep breath in and exhale out. Place your hand down, tuck your back toes on the left foot, push off those toes, come back into your forward fold. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back. Exhale, fold back over the legs. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, reach up to the fingertips. Exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. Take 2 breaths into Tadasana, taking a deep breath in, exhaling out, and deep breath in, and exhaling out. Inhale, take your arms up overhead, reach and stretch up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back. Exhale, fold back over, going into the other side, set the left foot back, bring the left knee down. Once again, just keep your hands down on your mat. Tuck toes or untuck toes on the left foot. Find the breath moving in the body again. Deep breath in and exhaling out. Deep breath in, exhaling out. And take 2 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. 1 more deep breath in and exhaling out. Place your hands all the way down. Tuck your back toe, lift it up and back into downward facing dog. Once again, as you come into down dog, see if you can move your forearms forward a little bit to bring that weight into the upper palm. Lift the tailbone up and back. Once again, maybe that slight bend in your knees. Make sure that spine is nice and long. Imagine that you're able to push your hips back over your heels. Coming into the other side, once again, you can either lift the left leg up behind you, or you can bring your knees down to your mat. Step the left foot forward. Take 2 breaths in the low lunge. Inhale and exhaling out. And a deep breath in and exhaling out. Good. Then bring your hands up to your thigh to take it a little bit deeper. Then place the right hand down, bend your back knee, reach with your left hand, reach back, grab a hold of the top of the foot. Once again, if you need to use a strap or a belt, use a strap or a belt. Allow yourself to turn your right rib fingertips towards your left thigh. It's a little rotation in the spine too, along with the opening in the back of the right thigh. Okay, take one more breath here, deep breath in. And exhale out. Slowly release that leg. Tuck the toes behind you. Push off your right toes out. You come into your forward fold at the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back. Exhale, fold back over the legs. Inhale, come all the way to standing, reaching up. Exhale, bring your hands together, heart center. Inhale, take your arms back up overhead. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back. Exhale, fold back over the legs and lift up and back into downward facing dog. Good. From here, just to move with some breath and just a little bit of strength. Inhale, come forward into plank pose. Exhale, lift up and back to down dog. Allow yourself to soften those knees as you come back into down dog. Inhale, come into plank. Exhale, up and back into down dog. Inhale, come into plank, nice and strong. Exhale, up and back into down dog. Inhale, come into plank. Bring your right knee down. Turn to your left. Take your left arm up overhead, coming into a modified side plank. If you want to go ahead and extend the leg underneath you and come into a full side plank, that's perfectly fine. Whatever's working for your practice today in this all levels class. Good, take 3 more breaths here. Inhale, exhaling out. Make sure that left arm is directly out from that left shoulder. Don't let it float behind you. And one more deep breath in, and exhaling out. Slowly bring the left hand down. Come back into your plank. Lift all the way up and back into downward facing dog. Good, just take 2 breaths in down dog. Inhale, exhaling out. Deep breath in, exhaling out. Good, coming into warrior 2. You can either bring your knees down once again to come into warrior 2 or inhale with the right leg up behind you. If you need to do a double step, allow yourself to do that double step by putting your hand on the back of your ankle to help get the right foot forward. And then come all the way up into warrior 2. Feel the thighs reaching wide apart from one another, just like your arms are reaching wide apart. And a deep breath in, and exhaling out. And deep breath in, exhaling out. Once again, finding the spine perpendicular with the floor. It's straight up and down right now. It's not on an angle, front or back. Good. Coming into reverse warrior, turn your right palm up. Take a side stretch over the back leg. Your focus can be down at that back foot, or it can be up at the ceiling if you'd like. Whatever feels good on your neck today. Open up through that right side of your body. Good. Then come into side angle pose. So come back up. Bring your right forearm to the right thigh. Extend the left arm up overhead by the ear, or you can bring it down to your waistline. But try to find a nice long line from the fingertips, down the side of the body, through the side of the leg, out and down through the left foot. Press your right forearm against the right thigh to help hold that upper body up so you're not collapsed over the right leg, but reaching nice and long. Okay, take 2 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale out. Another deep breath in, exhale out. Slowly come back up into warrior 2. Straighten the right leg. Turn the right toes in. Take your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold over the legs. feel free to bring your hands onto any prop you have. If they come all the way to the floor, that's fine too. Think about still lifting that tailbone up towards the ceiling. Breathing steadily. Once again, nice easy breath. Inhaling up to the spine. Allow the exhales to release and soften into the forward fold. Maybe bending those elbows just a little bit. Okay, take one more breath here. From here, walk your hands to your left. Turn your left toes forward. Turn the right heel up to the ceiling. Then exhale, lift up and back into downward facing dog. So you're facing the opposite end of your mat now. Let's take 3 breaths in down dog. Inhaling and exhaling out. And deep breath in. Exhaling out. And just one more deep breath in. Exhaling out. Coming back into plank pose to move with our breath. Inhale, come into plank, feel the body really strong. Exhale, lift up and back into plank pose, or into down dog, excuse me. Inhale, come into plank. Exhale, lift up and back into down dog. Inhale, lengthen into plank. Exhale, up and back into downward facing dog. Inhale, come into plank. Either bring your left knee down to come into side plank, or move the feet together and turn into side plank. Once again, feel free to bring that left knee down. Reach energy out through the right fingertips. Feel yourself lifting that left hip away from your mat. Feel yourself lifting the left side of the thigh and shin away from your mat. Squeeze the legs together. 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhaling out. Another deep breath in and exhale out. Bring the right hand down. Lift up and back into down dog. Coming into warrior 2. Inhale, lift the left leg up behind you. Step in between your hands. Once again, if you need to do that double step, that's fine. And come up into warrior 2. Good. Feel energy pressing down through the back foot. Feel the left inner thigh trying to roll up towards the ceiling. Upper body, once again, is perpendicular with the floor. Nice, soft, just steady gaze over the front fingers. Soft energy out to those fingertips. Don't reach so hard that you're locking into the arms. Just a very soft gaze. Okay, coming into reverse warrior, turn your left palm up and lift up and back. Once again, allow your gaze to be onto the back foot or up towards the ceiling. Then coming back up into side angle, bring the forearm onto the thigh, reach the right arm up overhead. Good. Nice long diagonal through the right side of the body. Once again, pressing the left arm against the left thigh to help lift and stretch the upper body. Feel the left side of the rib cage reaching just as long as the right side of the body is right now. Pressing down to the feet firmly, inhaling and exhaling out, and deep breath in, exhaling out. One more nice deep breath in, exhale out. Good, come all the way back up into warrior 2. Straighten your left leg, Turn the left toes in. Take the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold into your wide-legged forward fold. If you'd like to do the version of taking your hands out to the big toes, using the first two fingers of the hand, pull the toes down against the fingers as you pull up with the fingers, bend your elbows out to the sides. When you do that version, it's going to take you into a longer spine, a little bit more of a flat back than if you have your hands on the floor. If you're doing this version, really think about pulling those elbows to the short ends of your mat. Relax the head down. And release the feet if you have a hold of the feet. Same thing, walk your hands around to the right foot, turn the right toes forward, turn the left heel up. Then come into a forward fold at the front of your mats. Take a moment, wrap your arms around the calf muscles, bend your knees a little bit. Allow the belly and chest to really rest onto the thighs. Relaxing the head. Once you really feel the belly and the ribs against the thighs, then if you want, maybe start to slowly straighten your legs a little bit. They may or may not straighten, but keep that contact with the belly and the bottom ribs with the thigh. So don't worry about if you can't straighten your legs. Then go ahead and release your hands back down to the earth. Inhale, come all the way to standing, reaching up. Exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. And just take 3 breaths into Tadasana to reset yourself, inhaling and exhaling out. And deep breath in, exhaling out. And deep breath in and exhaling out. Good. Slowly release the hands down. Come back into the middle of your mat and come down into a kneeling position. Coming into gate pose. So if you have a prop at home, you may want to put it to your left-hand side. You may or may not need it. Extend your right leg out to the side. So I'm really interested in just getting this in the side body. So the knee can be up to the ceiling, the leg can be forward. Traditionally, the knee is forward, foot is flat on the floor. But once again, I'm really just more interested in opening up your side body. So take your arm out to the side. As you see, I'm going to kind of go in between those two with my leg. And take a nice side stretch over, bring your hand down to your block, or maybe all the way down to your mat. And once again, just getting a nice opening through the sides of the ribs, down to the waist. And deep breath in, and exhaling out. And deep breath in, and exhaling out. 2 more, deep breath in, exhaling out. 1 more, deep breath in, exhaling out. Maybe bend the arm that's against the floor and maybe just gently push off that hand, come your all the way back up, and do a little counter stretch towards the leg that's extended this time. So maybe not quite as deep of a stretch, but still just a really nice side body opening. And then very slowly come all the way back up. Bring the leg that's extended back underneath you. Take your other leg out to the side and see if you need something underneath the arm on the other side. Take a moment to place a prop over there. Take the arms out to the sides. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, side stretch the other way. Nice. Reach out through those fingertips. See if you can press a little bit of weight down into the foot that's extended away from the body. Really feel that anchoring down into the earth. And one more breath. Same thing, maybe bend in that elbow that's on the ground to help push yourself back up. And then take a side stretch over that extended leg. Okay, 2 more breaths here. One more breath. Good. Slowly come all the way back up. Good. Bring both knees down. I'm going to go ahead and turn to face the short end of my mat. I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of my blocks here. So come back up onto your knees. Extend your right leg forward. Good. You're going to pull your toes back and move my blocks back a little so you can see my foot a little bit better. And then exhale, fold over that front extended leg, coming into half monkey pose. So hands can come onto something. Try to find a little bit of length there in that low spine so you're not totally just rounded over. So think about the sternum reaching towards the toes. If you can bring the hands down to the floor, maybe on your fingertips, that's fine. If you're at home and maybe you don't have something easy to put your hands on, bring your hands up onto your thighs. It's a little bit harder from a balance perspective, but it will keep your back in a better position than reaching for the floor if you really can't get a hold of it or onto your prop. So just give it a nice opening through the back of the right hamstring. You might even feel a little bit down through the back of the right knee also. Check out your face, make sure that you're not clenching your jaw or grinding your teeth together. And very slowly lift yourself back up. Bring the right knee back underneath you. Extend the left leg forward now. Once again, flex those toes back to you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, stretch over the extended leg. Once again, try to keep that low back in somewhat of a neutral position so you're not tucked under this way. Extend out. Reach your sternum down towards the foot. And if you're really low, then that is okay to allow that upper body to relax. But if you're pretty high, go ahead and let that spine be nice and long like I'm doing. Hamstrings are pretty tight right now. And take one more breath, deep breath in. And exhale all the air back out. And very slowly come all the way back up. I'm going to go ahead and place my blocks to the side. And I'm also going to go ahead and take a seat. I'm going to move my blanket to the side. And come down onto our backs. Setting up for bridge pose. So bend your knees, place your feet flat down. Take your arms down by your sides. So bend your elbows, push down into the upper arms. Maybe feel yourself scooting your shoulders in towards your spine a little bit. Then as you put your arms down, turn your palms up to the ceiling. So you can continue to feel the front of the collarbones opening. Keeping that feeling the collarbones opening, just gently turn the palms of the hands back down to the earth. Then take a deep breath in. Press down into the feet and the shoulders, and roll the hips up into bridge pose. Feel the opening in the front of the body. Once again, feeling the back body doing some work too. So engage your hamstrings, the glutes a little bit. And then once again, I want you to think about the back muscles contracting in, supporting the spine. So your back is nice and strong, allowing the front of the torso to lengthen and open. Once again, and then press a little bit of energy down right into the middle of the back of your skull. When you do that, you'll probably feel your chin come a little bit more level so the front of your throat is nice and soft. On your next exhale, come all the way back down in your bridge. Take a moment and rest. Take another deep breath in. Exhale. Lift yourself back up in your bridge pose. Working your back body, allowing the front body to open. On your next exhale, lowering back down. Resting for a moment again. And then one more bridge. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, press down into the feet and into the shoulders. Lifting up. Make sure that the breath is still moving very easily up and down your spine. Check on the front of your throat again. Make sure it's soft and has some length. Slowly roll all the way back down. Take a moment to either windshield wiper your knees or move your feet away from each other and just let the knees drop into one another. So either stillness or movement, either one. And then slowly lift your knees back up. Extend your left leg away from you. Bring your right knee into your chest. Just give a little squeeze in for a moment. So we're going to come into a single leg happy baby. So turn the right knee out to the side. Grab a hold of the insole of the foot or maybe the ankle, bottom of the shin, and just gently pull the knee straight down, keeping the sole of the foot pointed up towards the ceiling. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling out, giving a little bit of opening through the right inner thigh and the right groin. From here, bring the right knee back into your chest. Keep a hold of the right knee with the left hand. Take your right arm out to the side and then just gently bring the right knee across the body, coming into a reclined twist. If you would like, you can always place a block or some type of prop underneath the right knee if you need a little bit more support. Just reach energy out through the right arm, allowing the head to be up to the ceiling, or you can take the focus over the right arm if you would like. You can allow the knee to move down a little bit to change where the depth of the twist happens in the spine, or pull it up a little bit higher. Allow yourself to maybe move the position of the right leg to see if it makes a difference in your spine and how the reclined twist feels. And then very slowly, come all the way back up to center. Extend your right leg down along your mats. Good, bring the left knee in. Take a moment, just give that left knee a little squeeze in for a moment. And then turn your left knee out to the side. Reach up, grab a hold of the sole of the foot or the ankle and shin. Gently pull the left knee down towards and beside your left elbow, sole of the foot, staying up to the ceiling for happy baby pose. And then slowly bring your knee back into your chest. Once again, just give it a little squeeze in for a moment. Take your left arm out to the side. Keep a hold of the left knee with the right hand. Gently guide the left knee across the body, coming into a reclined twist. You can keep a hold of the left leg with the right hand while you're in your twist. Allow the head to be over the right shoulder, straight up or over the left shoulder. So if you need any support underneath the left knee or underneath the left shoulder, please feel free to put anything underneath there to give you support. Very slowly, bring yourself back to center. Bring both knees into your chest for a moment. Just rock side to side. Nice and gentle. And then extend your legs out to the corners of your mat to come into Shavasana. As always, taking a moment if you need to put on socks or a jacket, if you need to bring any support underneath your knees, please take a moment to do that. If you don't have support for your knees, but you're uncomfortable in the low back, bend your knees, place your feet flat on your mat instead for Shavasana. Once you're in Shavasana, just allow any breath regulation to fall away. Feel your eyes heading into the back of the sockets. And feel everything releasing, relaxing, letting everything go, feeling the support of the earth right now. Just allow yourself this rest and relaxation in Shavasana. Slowly bring your awareness back to your body. Allow your breath to deepen. Bring gentle movement into your fingers and down into your toes. Slowly turn your head from side to side. If you'd like to take a stretch, take a nice long stretch. And then slowly bring one knee at a time into your chest. And then slowly roll over onto your right side. And take one more moment to pause, feel the effects of your practice, physically, mentally, on the true self. And then very slowly press yourself up into a seated position, keeping the eyes closed, keeping this relaxed feeling. And then bring your hands together at heart center. It's always taking the time to reconnect with our breath, feeling the inhales moving up through the spine, allowing the exhales to soften and release. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you be at peace. Namaste.